Hi there, my name's Carrie Griffiths, and in this video I'm going to be explaining why your voice changes when you sing higher notes. Now, maybe you found that when you're singing normally in your natural voice, it sounds quite strong and powerful in those lower notes. And then when you go to hit those higher notes, perhaps your voice sounds a little bit weaker. Now, a lot of singers say to me, you know, Carrie, I can hit those notes, but I don't like the way my voice sounds up there. And it's just because when you sing higher notes, your vocal cords do something different. I'm not going to go into the science of that right now, but to explain very briefly, what happens is that your vocal cords, they come closer together and they become thinner. And so the sound of your voice up there in those high notes compared to your lower notes sounds thinner, can sound weaker, can sound breathier. It might sound like there's more air there, or it might just sound, to some people they say their voice sound squeaky. We all have different vocal registers. Some people's voices naturally blend from one into the other, and most of us have to train our voices and have to work with our voices a bit more actively to make that happen. So I'm going to explain what the 4 vocal registers are. The first is the lowest. It's called the fry. It doesn't actually sound like a voice. It sounds like a creaking door. So it sounds like this. Try sounding like a creaking door. And if you're not quite getting it, if you can't quite access that, then start in your normal voice and go lower in pitch, like this. Don't do that too much because you will fatigue your voice. Okay, so the next vocal register is called the chest register. You might hear people call this the chest voice as well, so they're interchangeable. And the way to access to find your chest voice is, I usually say to just say your name a few times in a pitch slightly lower than your normal speaking voice. Now, if you're a person who has a naturally high speaking voice, you may have to come down quite far to find it. So I would say, my name is Carrie. So that's a little bit lower than, it's quite a bit lower than my normal speaking voice. My name is Carrie. So I can feel it vibrating in my chest. But what I would recommend is that you use your hand, just one hand, and just place it just here on your breastbone, and bring your pitch lower. My name is Carrie. My name is Carrie. Say it slower if you need to. My name is Carrie. And you should start to feel it vibrating against your hand. If you don't, you may have to press your hand in harder. You may have to speak a little bit louder, or you may have to bring the pitch down a little bit more. So play around with it, and eventually you'll be able to feel the resonance, the vibration in your chest. And that's your chest register. Now, it could be that you feel it a little bit lower as well. So it may go from around your breastbone to kind of around your stomach, or it may come a little bit higher. But as long as you're not feeling anything here, then that's fine. So you want to feel it around your chest. The next vocal register is the head register, or head voice. Again, it's interchangeable. And this is the high voice that can sound a little bit less powerful. So some of my singers, they call it their Minnie Mouse voice or their Mickey Mouse voice. And it's really, you can feel it kind of around your head. So play around with it. My name's Carrie. My name's Carrie. And as long as you're not trying to force the sound out, you'll be able to start feeling it resonating somewhere around your head. So as well as hearing it inside, you might start hearing it outside as well. Another way to test is to bring your finger to your nose and hum. So you can hum in a low voice in your chest register. And you should feel a vibration around your nose. Then siren it up. And you'll either won't feel a vibration, or you'll feel less vibration on your finger, between your nose and your finger. So if you're speaking in a Minnie Mouse voice, a Mickey Mouse voice, or you test it this way and you've got little to no vibration, you're likely to be in your head voice. And then right at the top, we have the whistle. There's also a falsetto in male voices. Some people use the term falsetto for female voices as well. It just depends who you're talking to and what circles you're around. So right at the top, we have the whistle. And this is, I kind of feel it up here, but this is the higher, the very high notes. And I really do feel it up here and at the back of my head. So different to the head voice, where I feel it a little bit lower. So play around with those. So we've got the fry, the chest, the head, falsetto, and the whistle. Now that you know why your voice changes when you sing those higher notes, head over to the next video, how to sing high notes with power. See you there. Take care, stay hydrated.